Okay, so this message will not be for everyone, so I'm going to go ahead and just let whoever's meant to leave now. If you're meant to stay, this message is for you because you will have made it to this point and will continue to listen. Okay, so you have been going through a major storm. This is a storm within you. Okay, a storm of transformation. So this is like a tsunami tidal wave, so to speak, of truth that's been filtering through in order to purify you on many, many levels through your psyche, your spirit, your soul, your emotional body, your mental body, your etheric body, even your DNA structures. The eternal, I'm hearing eternal waters that reside within you. Okay? So, for whoever's listening, this purification has been for the purpose of you. So we have transformation, storms, to reclaim your sovereignty. Okay? And this has been like a tsunami tidal wave of truth, right? In order to purify your eternal waters so that you can remember and step into your true authenticity. So you are at this point where your awareness has drastically expanded. Okay? You are at a very pivotal point along your journey where you're now embodying this new essence of purity, which has allowed for you to merge with or integrate a higher aspect of you, a parallel aspect of you. And let me just show y'all. So I had taken out the Starseed Oracle, and there was cards in there that didn't belong, but it was perfect. So embodying and integrating this parallel aspect of you, or this higher aspect of you, has activated a new level of power within you. So you are discovering your power, your true power of your true self on a whole new level because you've been through this deep purification, right? And now you're embodying this beautiful new essence of purity, okay? Which has allowed for the power and what you're experiencing now to be activated. And you're also serving as an activator for others. Kind of like a gatekeeper. You interact with someone and it activates, because you've activated these things within you and purified these things within you. Just simply interacting with another that is guided towards you is unlocking doors and opening up channels of wisdom for them to access. Okay, so you're becoming aware of these other aspects of you, right? It's like this veil, there's been a veil that's lifted for you. And I must say that your third eye, your spiritual sight, your imagination is at a point to where it's more vibrant and expansive than ever before. It's more clear than ever before because of this purification. So for those that are listening, I'm getting the message, that you are in communication with parallel aspects of you. You're understanding, that your existence is way more than it appears to be. As in, you are more than just this physical body experiencing whatever you're experiencing right now. Okay? So, see, she's sitting on a petal, and she's focused up at the sky where there's a shooting star. And there's a connection being made here, a deeper understanding. You might not be able to put this into words, and for most of you, you've probably been really silent and kind of disconnected from the outside world because you've been working in synergy with this parallel or higher aspect of you that's been calling you. And you answered that call because you held a piece to the puzzle. That aspect of you held another piece, and you made the decision to merge aspects. Okay, and that merging process began when this purification seemed to amp up for you. I just lost my thought. Okay, so what I'm getting is, for those of you this resonates with, you are really noticing changes within your nervous system. And that is due to your dedication and hard work, your commitment to this purifying process on all these different levels. Your nervous system is finally catching up. Okay, so this purification is now allowing you to rise up from the shadows. Okay, and I'm seeing like the sun shining bright, like you. Okay, there's a couple messages. Not only are you walking into sunshine, but the spotlight is now on you, and you feel the spotlight on you. This feels like an understanding. You're now responsible on a whole new level, and that can feel a little bit unsettling, but if you feel uncomfortable, then good. That means that you are not playing small or remaining in comfort zones that you are used to. This is very much so the essence of embracing uncertainty, embracing the unknown. This is not for those that are, just wanting to stay at the surface. This message is for those that are going way beyond the surface. And you have no certainty. You have to just take the leap. You don't know what's in the unknown, but you know it's calling you. And so, because you've come into this greater awareness, you're allowing yourself to explore and adventure the unknown. And this can simply be using your imagination. Whatever's coming through your imagination is kind of like previews. It could be previews of what's to come for you, or you're tapping into parallel timelines that are already existing and aspects of you are living out. But regardless, your willingness to embrace and explore, to adventure these different scenarios is allowing for you to test drive these experiences with your consciousness, with your imagination, and decide, is this fit for me? Is this where I truly feel I belong or want to go or want to, bring into my reality in a physical, tangible manner? And you're able to make these decisions through going there with your consciousness, through your imagination, through your spiritual sight, and you can collapse out what you know is a no for you. From a space of neutrality, even more importantly. And this is also an energy of curiosity. So you may have experienced like darker thoughts and maybe even fear surface for you, but you've been meeting these with curiosity rather than allowing them to consume you and paralyze you. Your willingness to embrace these darker thoughts and fears with curiosity has brought forth a lightness, has made whatever it may be not so daunting, and has allowed you to work through these things very quickly. So, there has been a major expansion of your consciousness. So what you've been doing is exploring and adventuring your consciousness. So your willingness to answer this call to begin doing so has freed you from being trapped in a mental prison, because you're listening to the soul, you're listening to the spirit, you are answering the call of these higher aspects of you, which have been training you, basically, is what I'm getting. Training you when it comes to your true potential, helping you remember what you're already capable of but have forgotten about, that these aspects of you already are embodying, okay? And this is connected to not allowing your external reality to shape you, but rather you're shaping your external reality. You are guiding your external through your internal. So the internal changes that you make is allowing for your external world to shapeshift around you. You're able to take leaps quite quickly and drastically, I'm hearing, because you understand the true nature of how reality operates. And through going within and rebuilding, restructuring, you're able to quickly shift things around you. Okay? But this didn't come, this awareness of your true power and what you're truly capable of did not come until you said yes to change. Until you answered this call to return back home to yourself, within yourself, to your internal, eternal waters. Listening to your spirit, to your soul. Because you did that, it has allowed for change. And so this change has taken place emotionally. It has taken place through the way that you show up in your reality, the actions that you take, the words that you speak, the thoughts you engage with, also through your imagination and your consciousness, okay? And you answering that call has allowed for you to experience a major breakthrough, where the smoky mirror is now clearing. You're no longer lost in the external projections of your internal state of being. And now that you're able to see the writing on the wall, you're able to begin intentionally and mindfully, led by your soul, by your spirit, by your higher self, you're able to transform, or you're in the process of transforming into a true conscious dreamer, understanding what that means, like really embodying that. Okay? So this confirms, that awareness, a flash of awareness. This flash of awareness was experienced when you merged with this other aspect of you. Two worlds collide. So you have become one with a parallel aspect of you, which has allowed for greater dimension to be felt within you, to be experienced within you, to be explored within you, but you're also able to perceive greater dimensions beyond the surface that are existing. And because you've merged with this aspect of you, your paradigm has shifted within you. Okay? This has been a complete paradigm shift within you that has allowed for you to now start stepping into a whole new world that you have been in the process of creating throughout this process. Okay? This aspect of you is very much so like pure Christ consciousness. So this crystalline consciousness has been part of the purifying process, but you're now embodying it. okay? And it has cleared away all the illusions and self-deception, opinions, beliefs, etc., and has illuminated your truth. Your true core authenticity is shining. You're understanding who you truly are, what you're truly in alignment with, and you're able to carefully and intentionally weave new webs because of this newfound understanding of your truth. And this truth is not just any truth, it's the truth of your soul and your spirit, which is allowing for greater freedom. And this freedom is returning your spirit to its natural state as you allow your spirit to take the reins. Okay, and because you've had this breakthrough where you're no longer lost in the smoky mirrors, you're no longer seeing smoky mirrors because you're understanding your external world as a mirror, reflecting things back to you, which is causing you to wake up and make those changes within you that you wish to see and experience externally. Okay, and this has unlocked a whole new level of your creativity. This isn't necessarily creativity as in you're taking something physical and making art. This isn't really physical in any manner. This is you being creative within you in many different ways through exploring with your imagination, through utilizing different words. Understanding that words, hold on, I have some cards to confirm that actually. Understanding the power of your words and how your words and what you speak open up portals. Literally open up portals connecting to different timelines that you will then experience. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. Words weigh pounds and so do sounds. So you're understanding the weight of your words. And I feel like for many of you, your vocabulary is changing. You're understanding how you've had certain attachments connected to certain words, which have resulted in you experience very particular things connected to these words. And so now you've made the choice to begin using your language and words like tools and exploring new ways of communicating, new words that you have no attachment to, which has enabled for you to open up these higher dimensions, these higher experiences, that has allowed for you to access this higher aspect of you, this parallel aspect, right? You're able to expand beyond what you've always experienced. And it's like through this process, you've come to the awareness that we have friends from the other side. On the other side, there's another aspect of you waiting for you to befriend it, to remember it, so that the two of you can work as a team and merge back as one. Okay, and so in this manner, you've been exercising your creativity, and you've been intentionally weaving new webs, planting new seeds along the way through discovering this pure truth about you, your power, your essence, your existence. So you've been in the process of creating a whole new world. And this is like a whole new universe within you as well has been integrated. And so now you're seeing changes in your physical reality because of this complete change on all levels within you. And you're in the process right now of integrating this greater level of mastery, okay? Understanding, your attention and your focus, the words that you speak are opening up doorways and portals. And so you're also understanding that there are other aspects of you that you can communicate that already know certain things, that are already experiencing certain things, that are already embodying certain energies and frequencies. And what I'm getting is this group has really, your frequency has drastically risen, and you would be noticing this through your interactions. Other people, it's like you're seeing yourself differently, so therefore other people are seeing you differently. But like nature and animals are responding to you differently. People are responding to you differently. Circumstances are responding to you differently. And, you know, this is all due to your awareness and mastery of your multidimensionality. And you surpassing the mind being your biggest limitation. This group, your mind has been your worst enemy, and you have broken free from those mental constraints. So go you. And so, like I just said, what's being projected back to you from the external is quite different at this time. You're seeing results of all of the effort you've put in, okay? All that you've put in on different levels, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, energetically, is now harmonizing, synchronizing outside of you. Those changes are appearing in your external reality. Okay? And for many of you, your physical world is now starting to look and feel very abundant because you've unlocked true abundance within you. You've understood that the river of abundance is accessed through gratitude, through alignment. You are in alignment with abundance. You have become one with abundance. So this is an abundant aspect of you that's allowing for you to see yourself and therefore your world in whole new ways. And I'm getting that people are noticing changes within you, and they have far more questions than they do have answers about you right now. It's like you have changed drastically in a very short amount of time from their perception. But this has been an internal process that you have not just shared with anyone. You have just rode the waves, literally. No matter how massive those waves might have been or are, you have just been surrendering to them and going about this process, not knowing where it's going to take you, but you just know that embracing it is the answer. Well, that's powerful. And because you have been embracing everything with, you know, not having certainty, but with uncertainty, but having true faith in your soul, your spirit, to lead you forward. You've now integrated something powerful. Okay, this is you befriending the darker aspects of yourself. And what I'm getting is through this process, you have learned how to have greater compassion and love for yourself, where you have, for the longest time, you've been so hard on yourself, you're no longer punishing yourself. You're letting yourself off the hook. And that was one of the walls, you know, that was blocking you from experiencing this expansion in the past. But that wall's no longer there, so it's like things are flooding into you. You're remembering things. And everything, all the work that you've put in. See, there is a diamond above her head. Okay? That's representing that purity, and it's flowering. Your crown chakra is wide open. The rainbow, all your chakras are open and aligned. Okay, all the elements too are balanced within you. You have an internal balance and harmony that's just beautifully flowing, and your both eternal and internal waters have gone through this profound purification that has allowed for your truth to be unlocked It's no longer polluted waters. It's like this new innocence you've tapped into, where things are no longer clouded by illusion, deception, or distortion. You're able to see crystal clearly. Crystal clear. Okay. So, all the work you've put in and what you have been creating intentionally, planting those seeds, weaving those webs, is coming back around in your external reality for you to witness and experience. Okay? And this is all due to you becoming one with and answering the call of that wise inner voice. You are in harmony with your higher self, your inner self, which has allowed for you to reach a beautiful state of quantum 0 point frequency, so divine neutrality. And this required you to, listening to your inner voice required you to take a journey that probably didn't look like everyone else's, because this was you taking the road less traveled by, and there was no path laid out before you. This is where you were required to forge, not to follow, to pave your own path, to be the leader, to pave a path that's never been traveled before. Okay? And in order to do this, you had to jump in, to say yes to adventure, to say yes to change. So, being willing to do things completely different, to completely think different, speak different, to get curious about your internal workings, has created it's like everything has kinetic energy, but what was once just a potential for you is now crystallizing. It has gained enough momentum to become something that is integrated and manifest into something tangible. You've taken something intangible and made it tangible, is what I'm getting. Because you said yes, and you began trotting down the path as the pathfinder, understanding that there is no path laid out before you. You're meant to create that path by walking it. It has lifted a major veil for you. It has really pushed you outside of your comfort zone and made you get radically honest with yourself in the mirror about what's aligned with you and what is not aligned. What needs to go, that's standing in your way, that's holding you back. So that you're you were able to step into this expanded awareness, this expanded state of consciousness, to begin embodying your multidimensionality. Okay, taking that path that was not certain, that was unfolding each and every step that you took, was allowing you to experience worlds outside of time, because you were really going within and utilizing your imagination, your consciousness, exploring and getting curious with your inner workings in that way, which has allowed you to access things you didn't know were available to you before. Okay? And so as you began traveling, taking the road less traveled by, stepping on the path as a pathfinder, not looking for a path, but being the path, this required you to trust where you were being led, to the people you were being led to, information you were being led to, places you were being led to, because you were receiving activations through each of those callings you answered. You may have not known what was going to occur, why you were somewhere, why you were doing something, but you knew you were meant to be where you were for a specific reason, and you just chose to trust in that inner knowing than to overanalyze it. My lamp is flickering. Overanalyze the circumstances. You knew you were just finding the path. And through this process of surrendering to this deep, profound trust, you truly began to remember who you were on a soul level. You began to align with your soul's plan. And because you were listening to your soul, understanding once again your soul's higher intentions and not allowing your emotional desires to cloud your soul's intentions, right? That soul path began unfolding beautifully underneath you, and you also began understanding that you don't have to let things happen to you anymore. You can now influence what's happening in your reality through guiding the external from within, rather than feeling like a victim to circumstances. See, and she's looking in the water. And through that, you began accessing interesting and powerful parallel aspects of you. Understanding your multidimensionality. Understanding abilities you weren't previously aware of that you've always had. That maybe you just brushed off as coincidence or came up with a logical explanation for what was truly happening, but it was you the entire time influencing whatever it may be. There's an elemental vibe to this, like with earth, fire, water, bodies of water, wind, especially wind, nature. So yeah, air, that's air. You began understanding you are the elements too. And it's like nature has had a powerful impact of illuminating this for you. Butterflies are really significant. Okay, so this is where you've come out of your cocoon as a caterpillar, transforming into a butterfly for some time, but your wings were wet. You couldn't take off and fly right away. You still needed more information, deeper understanding, deeper awareness, expanded awareness. And now you have that, and now your wings are able to spread and you're able to take flight. Ooh, that's powerful. And, you know, the only people that survive going through a journey like this are those who have mastered the art of alchemy. You are a true alchemist. You understand that any energy or circumstance, situation that comes your way can be transmuted into something else. You're very much aware of this, and you very much know how to do this. You have complete confidence in yourself doing this. There's no question about it. So there's not much you are afraid of, you know, like you are in charge of your energy, of your energetic field. And you understand that who you're choosing to be and what you're doing with the energies you are absorbing, etc., determines your experiences and your external reality. You understand that you are your external reality. Everything around you is you. There's no separation. There is no me versus them or it versus me. It's I am it, I am them. They are me, it is me. That kind of vibe I'm getting. Okay. And so now you're stepping into a new expanded experience of abundance. An abundance of blessings are arriving because you are now aligned with this abundance. Whereas before you were creating a gap between you and these abundant changes and shifts outwardly. You were creating the gap by choosing to remain comfortable in your comfort zone and not changing anything. You've completely surrendered to change on all levels. I mean, like, you don't even know you don't even recognize yourself at this point, which is a good thing, okay? Because there's like so much shedding of identity you have gone through. You're no longer attached to certain identities anymore, and that's what allows for you to tap into your soul's truth in the first place. But what's so powerful is you understand you've never been alone this entire time. Even if it seemed like you were alone, you were never alone. Something was always guiding you, and that was you. You've always been guiding you. You've always had guidance. You've always had support every step of the way. And it's like you had a feeling of this before, now it's like apparent to you. There's no second doubt or question of this support or guidance, guiding you forward each step of the way into the unknown, into the darkness, into uncertainty, or navigating through uncertainty. And because you're walking forward with this newfound courage and confidence, you're able to trust so much easier. Trusting that now is the time, right? That in each moment, doors are opening, and it's up to you to decide whether you walk through them or not. You get to decide. And because you are walking forward this way, where you're traveling with your consciousness, you're test driving before, fully experiencing, just to kind of get a clear intention, right? You're understanding you're a lot more free than you previously believed you were. You're understanding now that there doesn't have to be this postponement experienced between wherever you're wanting to be or what you're desiring to experience. You were creating that postponement yourself. Okay, you're aware of that now. Because you've come into such beautiful alignment and harmony with your truth, your soul's truth. You're listening to the soul. You're allowing the soul to lead you forward. Your frequency has drastically upgraded, especially within the DNA structures with these dolphins here, okay? And so because you have befriended yourself and you're befriending aspects of you and integrating them, your external reality is matching that inner harmony you have achieved and attained, okay? Things are looking more beautiful, more colorful, more vibrant. People are more friendly to you. Circumstances and opportunities are opening up for you. You're being presented with new opportunities you've never experienced before. And this success is yours to claim and celebrate. You are why all these changes are unfolding. Whatever door you knock on now opens because you're letting the soul lead you. And you're in this beautiful harmony with your soul. And through this deep healing you've experienced, it has allowed for you to experience this alchemical marriage of the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within you, where you're truly listening to the inner guidance rising up within you, to the soul's desires, and you're able to align with that, with your actions accordingly, okay? And because you're doing that, you're no longer in this energy of suppression. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're no longer shrinking. Now you are flowering. You are flowering. You're answering the calls when you are guided and receiving the call. You are answering by showing up. You're showing up in ways you've never showed up before, and you have not once given up. That's profound. That's what has allowed for this beautiful courage and confidence that is now unshakable within you to be embodied. And this didn't come easy. This required a lot of silence. You got really silent. You understood the importance of your words, of your exchanges. you pulled back, you went within, and as you got more silent, things became more loud. And that's kind of funny, right? You got more silent and all the noise got louder. Especially past aspects of you that were connected to all these ways of thinking, all these beliefs, narratives, opinions. You were able to silence all of that. Make peace with all of that, silence all of that, neutralize all of that. And so now, this newfound innocence that's allowing for brand new narratives to be heard and to be explored and to be chosen and embodied are now available for you. This is amazing energy, and if you've made it this far, this is most definitely for you. I'm going to end this here right now at 9:11.